Oh wait, I'm coming.
Blow
I'm
them
coming.
up. They're
I'm
dead.
coming.
They're dead. Dragonair's dead.
Yes!
Yo!
Oh my god!
I was breathless, my heart restless. Every time
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kill him! Kill him! Oh my god! No!
to my own song, but you came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal. I needed time.
Oh,
I needed
87! I'm going for it. Oh my god, I had to hit it! Dude, the fact that I landed that first try. Come on. Yes!
No!
It turned into energy ball! Yes! Let's go! Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day. It's good to see you guys. I already see Brian in here. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Evans? Welcome to the stream. We're just gonna be ranking some Danganronpa characters. Just ranking some Danganronpa characters, and then we'll just be hanging out, having some fun. I don't know if you've seen Danganronpa. If you have, well then, you know, we're gonna rank every single character. If not, well then, it's up to you. You just want to just hang out and just see, you know, what craziness we get into and whatnot. But hey, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, man. Okay, we're gonna let some people get in here real quick, and then we're gonna try to get situated. Obviously, I'm gonna make sure everything is going a-okay on my side. Just let me know if everything sounds good. I just randomly came across this. Yeah. Hey, man. I'm glad you came across this and you decided to just hang out. I had Danganronpa 3. Hey. I personally, Danganronpa 3 is my favorite. Personal favorite. What's your guys' personal favorite Danganronpa game? I don't know how to play it though. You definitely just gotta learn. For the most part, it's just like interacting with the characters, but it's only when you get to the trials where you really have to like do some stuff. But I feel like once you kind of go through like the first two, you kind of understand it. So it's more like a trial and error game at first, but I think you're gonna have fun. Yippee, 2's your favorite? That's right. You like number 2. 2's actually my, well, I guess not my least favorite. My least favorite would be Despair Girls, but two I think out of the main like 3 that everyone plays probably would be my least favorite. Just simply I didn't really care for the story as much as the other 2. I feel like the first one's really well rounded, and then the third one's really good. What did you think of the cyborg sacrifice? Oh ho ho. Just wait till we get to Kibo. Oh dude, I actually love that moment because it was so awesome. Because like the entire game you're kind of waiting for him to do something like really cool, and then like at the very end he just decides like, yeah, I'm just gonna blow up the school, why not? Like, I don't know, I might be an action junkie, but I just think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. But I love a lot of things from Danganronpa V3, and you'll kind of see with the tier list to begin here very shortly. But yeah, let's just go ahead and kickstart this. I do have some characters that I either don't really know or I'm just not ranking, either because we kind of have like duplicates or stuff like that. I saved enough to get Despair Girls. Really? I was confused why the last 4 were gonna get eliminated as I think, yeah. It was definitely a little weird, but they end up surviving those 3. All right. I don't know. So this is obviously spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the first 2 games. So if you haven't played the first 2 games, then just make sure you are you're wary that I am going to probably spoil some things. If you guys don't really care, that's really cool. We can just hang out. But you might be spoiled. Holy crap, there's already 7 people watching? Really? Dude, that's insane. Welcome everyone. Again, just kind of getting started here. Just making sure everyone's good. Just making sure sounds good. It looks good. It looks like we're good. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Alright. Now, we got S through D. I don't know if I'm gonna need an F tier. I think I'm just gonna need S through D. But, we might add a tier. We got Akane. Akane is a just straight C tier. I don't hate Akane. I want this to be known. I do not hate Akane. She's just really not really that like crazy of a character for me. And just simply put, like there's really nothing about her that like makes her special or stand out. She eats a lot. She's really athletic. Her backstory is obviously like very very sad. I do agree there. But like besides that, like there's really not much. And a lot of the characters' backstories are really, really sad. So, like, I don't know. I think Akane is just fine. She's just a good, like, a pretty plain character. Not good, not bad, but, like, just alright. You know, just mid. Yeah, like Brian said, just mid. Okay, now we got Angie. Angie's a weird one for me. Angie's, like, really, really weird. But, like, I also don't hate her. TV girl died twice. TV girl did die twice. TV girl did die twice. You're not wrong. Angie, I'm gonna put Angie in C for now. I might move her down to D though, cause like the whole like her whole religion, like after a while with all that, it got super super old. Like it's one thing when like you have a funny gag and you do it for a little bit, but after a while, it gets so annoying. It got so repetitive, and that was just her whole character. It'd be one thing if like there was like an arc for her. There really wasn't an arc, or at least not a good one in my opinion. So, for me personally, I'm just gonna say C, but she might move down to D. We'll just kind of have to see. Also, I don't know if Himiko is watching, but if you put Aoi or Chihiro low, Himiko will be angry. Wait, what happened? What just happened to the chat? Chat just died. I was reading a message. I don't know. You just deleted it. What the hell? That was weird. That was weird. Okay. But hey, you'll see where I rank certain characters. All right. Don't worry. You'll see. Aoi, which actually I think was a character that Brian was just talking about. Before his message literally just died. Aoi. I'm always going to be putting her in C tier. For right now, for some weird reason, all of these girls are in C tier. I promise I don't hate everyone. I made a mistake in the text, so I deleted it. So, with Aoi, I don't hate her. I want to say that right now. I don't hate her. But compared to a lot of the other characters, I feel like there are just better characters. That's simply the reason why she's in C. To be completely fair, she isn't that bad of a character, but I wish there was a little bit more. Kind of sexist. I just kind of noticed how, like, not only sexist, but also racist this is. for some reason, all of these girls are in C tier. I promise I don't hate them. My favorite character is the space guy, but his death was sad. Oh, you mean Kaito? Kaito's a really cool character. I like Kaito. Kaito's cool. Byakuya. B for Byakuya. Byakuya is actually not a terrible character. Also not the greatest character. For like an antagonistic character, I feel like he's not the greatest, but I do like him in Danganronpa 1. And in the anime, I do like that he went to go save like Naegi and them. I really did like that moment. All three tangos in C. I promise I don't hate them. It's just simply they're not they're not the greatest. But Bianchi, I actually do really like. I think he has some development, right? Like he has a little bit of development in his character. I will say though, the second trial, I don't know why he did what he did. It made no sense. That's one thing where I can definitely agree with some people. Like, it's so stupid that it's like, oh yeah, I just simply wanted to make the game more interesting. So I decided to just mess with the whole trial because I already knew who it was. Like, I don't know. I think that's really dumb. Like, his whole thing was like, oh, he's like gonna win the game and all that, but like then he was also like, well, I want to make it interesting, and it's like, I don't know, like it was just dumb. It was pointless. I didn't see a purpose in all of that. So that's my opinion there. Celeste might be A. I'm gonna put her in A for now. I love her design. Best design in all of Danganronpa, hands down. Greatest design in Danganronpa. I do wish we got a little bit more with her though. I will also say that I love her character. I love her like her whole thing about gambling and then wanting to get this whole castle and whatnot. But me personally, I wish I got a little bit more. What's the saddest death in your opinion? I have bad grammar. Oh, don't worry about it. I cannot speak for literally the love of me. You can already tell. Couldn't even say anything right there. Saddest death. I'm gonna go for the saddest death, not the best death. That is completely different. The best death, in my opinion, would have been Kurumi. I love her execution. But the saddest death, probably Chihiro. I probably would say Chihiro, because like Chihiro did not deserve to die. Like Chihiro was like acting like one of the nicest characters, had a really good ultimate, and just wanted to like better themselves. And so for him to die the way that he did was really tragic. I'll probably say that one. That's probably the saddest death to me. Rentaro's death is also a really good one though. Rentaro's death is literally like he had nothing else to live for because everything had been taken away from him. Like that in itself is already sad, and he's like, yeah, like you can go ahead and kill me. I'm not gonna stop you. Like that was tragic. Like he was okay with dying. Like it didn't matter. Are we in C tier? No way. Hey, I'm sorry. She has to be in C. I wish, and look, she could potentially move up to B. I will say that. But the only reason Aoi's in C is just simply because I wish there was more from her, and there's just way better characters than her. Just simply put. I will say her bond with Sakura though is great. I love her bond with Sakura. But that's like really all I can say. Outside of that, there's really not much about her character that I love. She does love donuts, which I do love donuts. So I guess that's a plus. Ace is racist. I swear to God, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. But hey, welcome to the stream, Fading Memory. Good to see you. Okay, now we have best girl in Danganronpa 2. This is easy A tier. We barely got a backstory on her. I feel like, yeah, like you see what I mean? Like I feel like we could have got a little bit more. Like I would say this. If we got to see her and her brother like reunite in like the anime, like instead of him dying, I think that could have been like a great moment for her to like maybe develop. We don't really get that. Tennis ball guy did not deserve to die. I don't know any names, but like I feel like there should have been more. Put Hifumi in S just for the lols. We'll have to put him in S. Wait, where is he? Where is Hifumi? Where is he? Where's the crazy hair man? There he is. I'm not. No. Wait. Hold up. Am I mixing up two characters? Hold up. This is Hifumi, right? I'm 90% sure it's Hifumi. I'm also starting to like second guess myself now. Hifumi's the ultimate the ultimate clairvoyant, right? 11 watching? No, you're lying. Yes? Okay, I'm making sure. We're putting him up there in S for the lols. We might even make it all like his own tier. There you go. There you go. Help me. I'm hopefully I helped you out. Ain't no way there's 11 people watching. I definitely think you're capping there. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Is the fanfic writer? See, I knew I was getting them mixed up. I knew I was getting them mixed up. We're putting you back here. We'll rank him later. All right, he's an S for the lulz. Danganronpa itself hates them. I mean, they're not really wrong for saying that. It turns to fun. I personally don't care. If you guys are having fun, that's fine. All right, now we got Chihiro. Esther. I mean, look, Chihiro wasn't in Danganronpa 1 for very long, but like backstory, really, really sad, really, really tragic. Love his backstory. Love his ultimate. His death, really, really sad. And he is just, he's a nice character. I mean, like, there's really nothing wrong I can say about Chihiro. I wish we got to, him to survive. I wish he didn't die. But, like, his death was also, like, the most tragic death in Danganronpa 1. So, for me personally, I'm also kind of okay with it. But, literally, one of the best characters in all of Danganronpa 1, for me. You made Himiko very happy right now by putting Chihiro on that. Dude, I love Chihiro. Chihiro's awesome. Fuyuhiko. Okay, let's do this right. We're gonna put Fuyuhiko in A. I like Fuyuhiko. I also think that the execution for Peckham was really, really sad. But it's mainly because he jumped in. However, I will say, I want to give this man props. Because he's the only fucking character that has ever done that. Granted, it's kind of stupid. But why was he the only character that has willingly ran in to try to go save their friend? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Me personally, if I saw my friend about to get murdered, I'd probably go and save them. Granted, it'd be a little bit harder if they murdered someone. But I'm just saying, as a good friend, I'm probably gonna go in there. So, like, already got some points there. Fuyuhiko, best character of the game? I mean, he's pretty close. At least in Danganronpa 2. Danganronpa 2, he's definitely out there. Definitely top 5 for me, for sure. Really, really great character. Love his whole story with Peko Peko Yama. I think those two are just so cute together. I love them so much. It literally, like, and then, like, his transformation, like how he got the scar on his eye in Danganronpa 2 and everything. Like, I truly do love that whole transformation for him. And then, like, even the anime did, like, really well with both of those two. Like how they handled their bond. So I really like them. I only watched the anime, so I barely know lore on half these characters. Hey, that's perfectly fine. We're actually going through the anime. We're gonna try to get to working on it. BG has some internet issues, but I'm actually taking my best friend through the Danganronpa anime so he can watch through everything and, like, actually learn Danganronpa. So stay tuned for that, because that stuff will be coming out whenever we can get working on it. Kibo is one of those characters who will wait till the end to use something like so special that it leaves us flabbergasted, and then he just did it without caring and without thinking, which I like. Hey, that's fair. That's perfectly fair. Okay, Gonta. Okay, I mean, look, I'm gonna say, if you don't like Gonta, you're actually a terrible person. You're a terrible person. If you don't like Gonta, I actually do question you. I'm just gonna say it. He might be a little stupid. I'll definitely say he's a little stupid. But he is way too nice to put him anywhere lower than A tier. He's too nice of a character. This guy does not deserve to be in a killing game. Okay? He's too much of a gentleman. Okay? I actually already did my video talking about Gonta, which a lot of people actually really like, apparently. But, like, I really like Gonta's character. Like, I did a whole breakdown on his character, on whether or not he was truly a gentleman, and if he actually, like, succeeded in that goal, because that's one of the biggest things about him. But, like, it's actually just a really, really cool cool story for him. Like everything that happened to him, it was obviously very tragic what he was trying to do to try to help his friends and everything like that. Which we'll talk about a certain character that I know is very very controversial amongst the community, but Gonta's a good character. I love Gonta. I don't think I need to explain why Gonta's so good. Now, here is Best Boy in Danganronpa 2. Gonta didn't deserve to die. F you, Miyu. Honestly, true. If it wasn't for Gonta, I wouldn't be in this stream. Really? That's insane. Like, Gonta, like, really, like, was he one of your favorite characters in V3? Miyu is mommy stay mad. I mean, look, Brian, I don't want to say that you get dominated, but I think you like it when she, you know, when she dominates you. That's all I'm gonna say. We all know the type of person Miyu is, and that's the type of person she is. But I mean, we got Gundam Tanaka, the ultimate edgelord, the ultimate the ultimate edge character in any anime that is to ever exist. He's just too cool, man. I'm sorry. I'm very simple-minded. He's a cool guy. He has a cool fight. He has a whole group of hamsters that he calls the Dark Devas of Destruction. If that isn't cool on its own and also silly as fuck, I don't know what is. I'm sorry. He's cool. He's going in as hate me later. Okay? Best character in Danganronpa 2. I'm a very simple person. Okay. Hajime. I actually really like Hajime. I really do. I'm going to put him right next to Chiaki because I feel like it only makes sense. Ultimate middle school boy? Honestly, true. I feel like I wish I could have been Gundam in middle school. I love Gundam too much. But now we got Hajime. Hajime is actually my second favorite protagonist out of the three protagonists. Shuichi, Hajime, and then Naegi. Really do like Hajime. Hajime is a great character. I love him in the anime. If we're talking about the anime, I'll be honest, anime version, I kind of like a little bit more than the game version. And I feel like that could be a hot take, because like I know the anime isn't like, you know, really liked upon by many people, which I don't blame them. The games are way better in terms of fleshing out the characters and whatnot. But like Hajime in the anime, you really get to see him like hit his struggle on wanting to be a ultimate, right? That's all he wanted to be. He wanted to be an ultimate. He wanted to, you know, be in that little like advanced program with Chiaki and them, and he never could. And like that whole story with Chiaki and Hajime, it was great. It was great. Hajime in the anime, I hate. Wait. Here's a question now. Do you like Hajime? Or do you hate Hajime because of what he turns into, or because just entirely? Akane and C-tier, she's C-tier, man. I'm sorry. She's C-tier. I think there's better characters. Like, I feel like if Akane had way more to do in Danganronpa 2, she'd probably be higher. But she doesn't get too much to do. That, like, for the characters in C-tier, a lot of them are characters that either just didn't really do it for me, or characters that like I wanted to see more from. Like I want to see more from Aoi too. Like I generally don't even hate Akane. Akane is not a bad character, but there's just not much with Akane. I'm not used to so many faces in the stream. Same. This is great. That suit made me hate anime him. Really, I think he looks quite nice. You know, but. I love his whole transformation and his whole arc in the anime. I really do. Angie, at least Neptune, she might move down. Low key. I'm gonna wait till the end now, but Angie's probably gonna move down. Like the more I'm looking at like all these other characters, she's probably gonna move down. But just to be safe, I'm putting her in C tier. But she's probably gonna be moved down to D tier. I don't know if I'm gonna have an F tier. Okay. This, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I know, I already know the stream. We had a good run, guys. We had a good run. We already had a good run. I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm putting him in C tier. I don't care for this guy. I'm sorry. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. He just doesn't do it for me. He just doesn't. Angie wasn't even that fleshed out. She really wasn't. When did you get that model of yours? I think got it a while back. Almost last year. Please say, look, I'm sorry, Brian. He's going in C tier. He is C at like best in most cases. I don't care for him. His ultimate, not the greatest. His backstory is him being the absolute dumbest person ever. And he doesn't do anything. Like, look, listen. If he had done something in Danganronpa 1, you might have had a point. He doesn't do anything. It's just like Akane here. They don't do anything. If they were to do something, I would have brought him higher. He doesn't do anything. So I can't put him any higher when he doesn't have anything to do. Monokuma told me he would come and replace Kyoka. Well, he can try his best. Brian, chill out. It's just a kid. But for anyone who doesn't know, Brian and me, we go back and forth. Don't worry. Like, this is all just banter. This is all banter. Brian's chill. Alright. Now, Himiko. Himiko, I actually will be putting in B tier. I do think Himiko is a good character. I don't think that she deserves all the hate that she gets. Now, yes, in some cases, I can definitely see she doesn't do much as well. However, her story in her arc of like opening up like how she truly feels and everything. Again, I did a whole video on that as well. It's actually a little tragic because I feel like the main reason why she was acting the way that she did was because of how everything turned out with her master. After that, I think it got better. Anyways, hey, thanks, man. Thanks so much. There's the alert. Thank you, guys. Greatly appreciate it. But I actually don't think Himiko is that bad. I think she's definitely overhated a little bit. Akame is in C tier because that's her cups. No, there's no way. 9 more subs to 800. Hey, we're almost there, guys. Hey, look, I think this year we're gonna hit 1K. I think this year we're gonna hit 1K. But I don't hate Himiko. I think Himiko is a solid character. I don't think she's the greatest character, but I don't think she's the worst either. I do actually like her development and everything like that. Plus, she does have some of the funniest lines. I have to admit, the lines that she has, chef's kiss. It's so funny to me. It's so funny. Now this character. Is anyone gonna hate me for putting her in D? Does anyone hate me for putting her in D? She sucks. Like I think we can all kind of agree that this is one of those characters that just flat out sucks. She's a terrible character. Crazy Girl is next. Well, wait, actually, hold up. Which one? Because this one's also pretty crazy. We gotta be more specific. We got a Crazy Girl hero here. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. And in this one right here, she's also quite insane. She's just a worse for you, Hiko. Honestly, I can kind of see it. Give me back Mahiru. I mean, she's right there. She's coming up. Okay, Ibiki. Oh god. How do I not sound biased? How do I not sound biased? I'll actually put her in C tier. I think I can't be biased. I'll be honest, I also love her design. And she's also really funny for me. I won't put her in D though. I feel like that's too mean. I feel like D is a little too mean for Ibiki. But I can understand she's not the greatest. But I really do like her design as a character, and she is also just batshit insane. And for some reason, that kind of does it for me. I think she's a solid C tier. You put two strong men in S? Yeah, these two. Don't worry, we're gonna get to this guy. We put him up there as a joke, but we all know where he's gonna go by the end of this. Okay, don't kid yourselves. B at least. I feel like she's a solid C. She'll probably be top of C, but we might be able to talk about potential B. Junko. Okay, now this is going to upset a lot of people, I think. I don't like Junko. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't like Junko. I actually hate Junko. I'll be honest. Now, if we're talking about Danganronpa 1, she's not that bad. I don't hate her that much. The problem is, one, the anime. The anime made her so much worse. It was so unbearable at times, I almost wanted to just drop the entire anime. Because it was actually so bad. One. Two, her whole reasoning for why she does what she does doesn't make any sense. The only reason she does what she does was because she finds certain things predictable because of her ultimate, right? The ultimate analytical prowess. The problem with this is that Despair is also predictable. She has so much plot armor. She does. Look, the fact that she somehow magically came back after her death or whatnot, again, her coming back in so many other iterations of the game, whether it's Danganronpa 2 or whatever, it was so annoying. One, two, no one could beat her, and it was actually so annoying to see that. And again, three, Despair is the most predictable thing in the anime. That's why it kept happening. She knew how things were going to play out because she knew things were going to affect the characters and give them despair. So her whole her whole thing was dumb. Now, here's the thing. If it would have been chaos, that would have been one thing, right? If her whole thing was just to create chaos, I could understand that. Because chaos isn't predictable. It's chaos. That's literally the whole point. But for her to just be despair this, despair that, it's too predictable, and it goes against the whole reason why she does everything. Plus, she's so annoying. I don't care. Her design is cool. Her design's not that bad. Junko has something else that is D. If you know, you know. I really don't think I want to know. Kaede. She's going in Esther. She's going in Esther. I love Kaede. I truly do love Kaede. Love her execution. Very sad, by the way. I love her relationship with Shuichi. If you two thought, these two being shipped was bad, let me tell you. Her and Shuichi, God, those two are so adorable. I love those two so much. But the Gang Grumps put her high? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with Gang Grumps. S is too high? That might be true, but especially with the limited time that she has, I'm going to give her S. I'm sorry, Kaede is the worst MC. Changed my mind. Sure, Despair Girls. There you go. So Kaede, one of the saddest deaths. Love her relationship with Shuichi. I love what she was trying to do, trying to save everyone. Her whole thing was trying to inspire the whole class to get out of there. She's just a really, really good character. One. But it's mainly her relationship with Shuichi and just how much she meant to him and vice versa, and those two working together. It was great. It really was. Plus, that twist of her being the villain actually got me. I wasn't expecting it. I know some people probably did. It really did shock me, and that was also a really, really sad death as well. You gotta put Space Guy and Kibo higher than S tier. Well, we gotta put Kaito in S tier because S for space. Have you ever played UDG? I don't think I have. UDG? I don't even know what that stands for. Oh, Ultra Despair Girls? Oh, I just figured it out. Yeah, no, I haven't. I'll be very honest with you. But I have seen the game, and it isn't, that's not a game for me. Me personally. Her influence is felt even in the final chapter. Very true. But wait, no, like, to be very honest, Ultra Despair Girl just really wasn't it, and I didn't really care for the story all that much. I'll be honest. Kaito! Yeah, we gotta put him in S tier. I mean, it's only fitting. He has to be in S tier. Like, he has to be in space. I have to, you know what? We might have a lot of people in S. We might need to move some people down. So, let's move Kaide down. Kaito, you stay there. You go over here. You go over here. We'll get to you later. We're gonna move Kaide down just because I actually don't want too many people in S. Okay, I'm like thinking in my head of who else is in S. I think I might have like 2 or 3 other people in S. Maki X Kaito. Maki and X Kaito was very cute. I love Maki. Best character, or best female character in V3. Not best character. She's very close though. And Ultra Despair Girls gave us one of the worst characters in Danganronpa. True. They did give us some bad characters. Okay, Kazuichi Soda. Kazuichi's not bad. It's also kind of the same with these guys though. I'm gonna put him. I'll put him above or below Aoi. I'll put her below Aoi. It's also just the same thing. He doesn't really do much, or at least I didn't feel like he did too much. I kind of wanted more from him. The anime also, he doesn't really get focused on a lot. So, me personally, it's just a solid C tier. Kazuichi, he's not bad. Like, again, it's just, there's really not much to him, right? He likes to build things, right? Like, he's a mechanic or whatnot, which is kind of cool. But other than that, it's whatever. Me personally, it's just whatever. Kibo is a solid B tier. I can't put Kibo any higher than B tier. He's definitely in the top of B. I like Kibo. I like Kibo a lot. The final moments with him was great. I do love like his whole story about him being a robot, but like he really wants to be like a human and whatnot. I think that's actually really, really cool. I love that whole story for him. And he's just a really cool design character. But ultimately, I cannot put him on the same tier as everyone in A or S tier. He's a good character, but he's not the best character. He is a really, really cool character though. He was the first character I got the 6 stars. Really? That sounds really cool. Kirumi, I feel like doesn't get talked about a lot. Kirumi's a really good character. I like Kirumi. Kirumi's execution, the best execution in the entire series. Number 1 for me. I love her execution. It's so, one, is super painful, right? Watching her climb up the thorns, then with all the little buzzsaws that are cutting her up, just for her to fall down because she realizes there actually is no escape. Like, that did everything, right? It gave her hope that she might get out, and then she falls down to her death, ends up feeling all the despair, and just dies, right? Because for me, the way I look at executions, because of how the villains are trying to, or what the villains are trying to do, is they want to make the characters feel despair. That's like the whole point, right? What is more despair-inducing than making the characters feel like there's a chance to get out alive, and then at the very last moment you take that away, and it's like, no, you're gonna die. Like, that to me is great. That's also why I really like Chiaki's execution, because it's the same thing. Her whole thing is trying to escape, and the further down she goes, she ends up dying, right? Great execution. I love both of them. Kirumi's best execution. I love her story about her trying to save her people and everything like that. It's really, really great. I think she's actually kind of underrated. I don't think she's the most underrated, but she's up there as one of the more underrated characters in the series. And I feel like people should actually like, should actually like talk about her a little bit more. I feel like she doesn't get talked about a lot. Okay, we got the ultimate moral compass. Ultimate moral compass, solid character, not the greatest, it's not the worst. He's solid. I think he's like bottom of B. I think he's a solid character. I don't hate him, right? I think he's a solid B. He might also be C. I'm thinking between those two, but he's a solid character. Nothing about him like makes me hate him, but there's nothing about him that makes me love him. So like, with that said, I'm kind of thinking B, but I'm also kind of thinking C. Otherwise, he's pretty plain. I like him. Kind of annoying. Yeah, there's sometimes he's kind of annoying. He reminds me a lot of what's his name, Lita from My Hero. BJ actually brought that up. He brought up the same comparison because he instantly saw it. He was like, yeah, he acts just like Lita, and he does. He's exactly like Lita. If you've ever watched My Hero, you know for a fact that this is literally Lita, but in Danganronpa. That's all this character is. Which, I don't hate Lita, but there was a little bit more of a Lita's character, at least in that show. But not a terrible character. Kind of wish we got a little bit more from him. He might be C, but overall, I'll put him in B. Korekiyo. Where do I rank Korekiyo? This is something kind of hard. I actually don't know where to rank this guy. I really don't know. I'm actually gonna let the chat kind of sway me around. Yeah, I can see it, Lita and Taka. Both sticklers for the rules, very true. Korekiyo's B? Well, why do you guys say B? Because I'm actually like stuck. I don't know if I should put him B or C. It's kind of the same thing with Ultimate Moral Compass here, but he's from Alabama, so B. I don't know if I like that. If anything, you just made me want to put him in C. What is him having to be from Alabama do you think? I know where you're going with this, but like, it just wants me to put him in C. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do B. I think I'm gonna do B for Korekiyo. Or not B, C. My bad. Sorry I'm late. Hey, don't worry about it, Jesse. Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're having a great day. We're just ranking a bunch of Danganronpa characters. We're all hanging out. If you don't know much about Danganronpa, you will be spoiled. But if you don't really care, you can just kind of hang out, just have some fun. But Korekiyo, I think it's solid C. His relationship with his sister was definitely definitely off. Definitely not the greatest thing. Not really into that personally. I really not into that. But like his whole reason for wanting to commit murder, I felt like was really weird. I do like his execution though. His execution was actually really good. I used to hate it, but it's actually not that bad. So I can definitely say his execution is pretty good. His design's pretty interesting, but overall, like he just doesn't do it for me. He's not the greatest character for me. So I think C is actually a pretty good spawn for him. I actually put him below Aoi though. I like Aoi more. Okay, best girl. She's best girl. Can we all agree that she's best girl? Or at least one of best girls, top 5, right? I mean, Kirigiri is one of the best characters in Danganronpa. I don't think there's really anything up for debate. She's a great character. Love her backstory. Her in the anime, she was still really good. They didn't ruin her character, thank God. Right? Ultimate Detective, really cool ultimate. She's best girl. She's best girl. I don't think I need to explain why she's best girl. If you've seen Danganronpa, she's best girl. She goes there. Leon Kawata. Leon Kawata. We're gonna just put you right there. I'm sorry, Leon. 11037 is very funny. It's very funny. You just don't do it for me, man. You were the first guy executed You don't really have that cool of a backstory. Your ultimate's also kind of just kind of simple, kind of lame as in some iterations. You gonna see. You're gonna see, right? There's really not much with Leon, and just because they're so fitting together. There you go. They're both going in C. I don't really care for them. I don't hate them though. Now, looking at my C tier, we're gonna move Angie down. Angie needs to be moved down. I hate when people say he killed her for self-defense. It wasn't self-defense. They literally explained that. He left the room and then came back to break open the door to then murder her in the bathroom. That speaks for itself. Okay, that's straight up murder. Okay. Like, there's nothing about it that was self-defense except for when she attacked him at first. At first, self-defense. I'll give it to you. But after that, no. I would have waited till the next day, and in the second that everyone was up, I'm explaining what happened and I'm showing them everything in the room. So they understand she is fucked up. She tried to get Naegi killed. If anything, I like her less for that. She tried to get Naegi killed for this. He didn't want to kill her. Well, he's still dead. So, I don't really know if that really matters. Like, I know he probably didn't have the intention of killing her, right? But, like, he did go back to murder her. It still happened. So, regardless, they're both just C tier. Mahiru, where do we put you? Spinning bars. We're gonna put you A tier. Towards the bottom of A tier. Solid character. Mahiru's great. She's a great character. I do wish that we got a little bit more from her as well. But I love her backstory. Really cool character. And she's a super sweet character. You know? Like, I don't think there's really anything wrong with Mahiru. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's like, oh yeah, this is something that I just didn't like. I don't really have that with her. Mahiru C? I cannot put her that low. B, maybe. Maybe I could see a B. I'm going to put her in A, though. I think she's a solid character. But she's bottom of A. Yeah, she's also Wendy's girl. Oh my gosh, I'm late. Hey, don't worry about it. You're here now. Well, welcome to the stream. Here we go. Good to see you. Also, by the way, if you guys haven't already, just hit that like button. It really does help out. Just helps allow people to, come into the stream. Hit that like button. It does help out. But Mahiru, A. Solid A. I think it's great. He put Aoi in C. I did put Aoi in C. I'm sorry. Aoi needs to be in C. She's top of C. A is too high. It might be. I really like Mahiru though. I am also a little bit biased. So in fairness, it could be my bias. Chihiro, Chihiro in A is a W. A. There we go. I'm always gonna put, or you said Chihiro in S. My bad. Literally read the whole chat wrong because I'm illiterate. What's up? Hey, what's up, Shan? Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about Danganronpa. There's no Pokemon today, but tomorrow we're actually playing Pokemon Unite. So if you guys want to tune into the Pokemon Unite stream, or just play with us, we'll be playing some more Pokemon Unite tomorrow, and then next week we'll be doing some Pokemon Showdown. So just stay tuned for that stuff as well. But Mahiru, she's A tier. Maki, I gotta put her S. I got to. I gotta put her S. She's too good of a character. If I don't put her S tier, I feel like I'll be more mad at myself than you guys will be mad at me. She's S tier. She's literally best girl in Danganronpa V3. Kaede is number 2 for me, but Maki is amazing. Her relationship with Kaito and Shuichi, really great. I love her relationship with them. I love her backstory. The ultimate assassin is just really cool, right? If I had to choose an ultimate, it would be ultimate detective, but then number 2 would be ultimate assassin. They're both just really cool. I love Maki. No, it's Himiko? Okay, look, Himiko, she's a good character. She is. But she's not the best female character. I'm sorry. But she is a good character. There's a lot of good characters in V3. V3 has a lot of good characters. They were doing really, really well. Here's our sweet little boy, Naegi. Sweet little boy. I gotta put him B tier though. He's a solid character, right? But he's also the very like plain protagonist, right? He's a very simple protagonist. You see this guy in a lot of other anime and a lot of other TV shows just in general. And then that's not a bad thing. But he is a very, very basic character. Ibuki in C is a crime. Look, I don't have good reasons to put her up in B. I'm sorry. She's a good character though. Or she's okay. She's okay. But she's not the best. She's not the best. You guys are gonna hate what I do next. Look, if you guys think what I did right now is bad, just you wait till we get to certain characters. Which one of them is literally up next. But Naegi, plain character, B tier, solid. Mikan is actually one of my least favorite characters. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this. But she's going in D tier. And there's literally not a single thing you guys can say or do that will change that. Sorry. You guys can hate me. Mikan's going in D tier. She is the worst character in the anime. What they did to her in the anime is actually a crime. If you thought Ibuki in C was a crime, this is whew. Oh my god. I have mixed feelings about Mikan. I don't. I hate her. She is terrible. I mean, for crying out loud, she's the reason Chiaki dies. Like, let that be known. If it wasn't for Mikan, Chiaki would not have died in the anime. That's already number one. Second, they made her the weirdest character in the anime. There's so many weird scenes with her, and it's so disturbing. Third, her execution is literally the worst execution of all time. It is terrible. It's so bad. It's so dumb as well. I get it. Oh, she hates big objects. That's what everyone always tells me. I get that. That execution still sucks. I don't care. It would have been one thing if it was like the syringe was like this quote unquote meteor and it came down and like crushed her and killed her. That could have been one thing, right? Instead, they have her take the arm missile, which already is weird in of itself, then insert the syringe and then launch her into space, and then we don't see what happens. We literally get nothing. We don't see her actually die. She just gets shot into space. I'm guessing she dies. But then again, a lot of characters don't die from natural, causes. In Danganronpa, they had to die by like the most extreme things of all time. So look, you guys can hate me for this, but Mikan's going in deep. She's going in deep. She is terrible. I will say though, the one redeeming quality is her backstory is very sad, but like it doesn't make everything better. It doesn't fix everything. It's still bad. So she's going in D tier. Miyu is a solid C tier. Goes right there. She is kind of funny. Miyu is kind of funny. I do think she can make me laugh sometimes. But I think it was just a bit too much for me. I know the creator of Danganronpa, he wanted to make a character that everyone would hate, which is funny because a lot of people like her. But she just doesn't do it for me. Ace, you're making me cry? Well, I'm sorry. I'll hand you some tissues. Miyu is S. I love her. Hey, if you're in love with her, then that's good. I hope you two have a lovely time. But she's going in C tier because that's all she wants. She wants to see. She wants to see. I'll let you guys think about that for a little bit, but I know you guys will figure that out. She wants to see. She also wants to D, but we're not gonna go that far. Mondo. If you didn't kill Chihiro, you might be better. But you did kill Chihiro, so for that reason, you had to go C tier. I don't hate Mondo. His hairline is terrible. His hairline is so terrible. I'm sorry. His hairline is all types of fucked up. I don't know who his barber is, but he should die for what he did to Mondo's hair. That's first off. Second, he killed Chihiro, which is one of my favorite characters of all time, already making it worse for me. Then he gets turned into butter, which is funny, but it's also a little bit weird. His execution was kind of cool, but also just kind of funny. It was more so funny than it was a good execution. Because for me, I don't look for an execution to be funny. I look for it to be like sad or like truly like terrifying or like deadly, something like that. Him being turned into butter is one of the funniest things I have ever seen in almost any video game. It is truly hilarious. And then to know that Monokuma probably used that same butter for his pancakes just makes it even better. He goes to C tier. Okay. Now, if we're talking about the light novel, she's actually really high up. She could even be higher. I think I'm gonna do bottom of A, but she might be B tier. It's really weird. The anime also made her kind of weird. It wasn't as bad as Mikan, but it was pretty bad. In the game, she doesn't have that much because she doesn't even survive to the first trial. So she gets murdered. But I guess to be fair to her, with the light novel does make her character a lot cooler. Guess who my favorite character is? Is it this guy right here? Is it Yasuhiro? Is it Yasuhiro or is it Mrs. Military over here? But I think she's a solid character. I feel weird for putting her in A though. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put her down to B. She's probably top of B though. She's probably top of B. Fun fact, it's Maki's birthday tomorrow. Really? That I wish I would have known that, because I probably would have moved this to tomorrow. Yasuhiro is my goat. Do you feed him often? Do you feed him often? That I hope you're taking care of your goat. But I think she's solid B. I can't put her in A. I know the light novel was a thing, but like the anime, she has some cool moments, but she also has some really bad moments. And then the game, she doesn't do much because she literally is one of the first people to die. Literally number 2. So I'm really only going off of the light novel. And so for that reason, she's top of B. I can't willingly put her in A when she doesn't have much in both the anime or the game. And the only thing you really get to learn from her is from the light novel. So for that reason, I'm going to have to put her in B. People might hate me for that. I can understand it. I'm putting her in B though. Nagito. Now this is also a character I think a lot of people actually kind of hate him. Or it might also be controversial. I don't know for sure. I'm going to put Nagito. I'm going to put him in A. Yeah. I'll put him above Mahiru. I actually do like him. Also, the last person I gave to Yasuhiro was underwear. That's a little bit too much information. I'll be honest with you. That's a lot. I've seen everyone love him. I know there are some people that don't like him. I know there's definitely some people who don't like him. Nagito is a cool character though. Nagito is hated or loved, no in between. Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like it's the same with Kokichi. Nagato is actually a really, really cool antagonistic character. I love his ultimate. His backstory is so cool. It's so cool. Plus, in the anime, he has one of the funniest scenes where he just... The whole mission was to prolong when like the exam or whatever was going to happen. And so he causes this whole like elaborate scheme. He blows up this part of the building. And then he's like, yeah, okay. Now this is going to prolong the test. And then he just gets like, not expelled, but, well, he gets expelled for like a couple of days, but I'm blanking on the word. But like, that to me was like hilarious. That like he did all of that, and like for him it was like no big deal. Like he just did it, and it was super simple. But like, just seeing how far he goes for like his classmates, I do think is a very great quality about him. I love that about him, that he's willing to go that far. It's actually really, really cool. I really do like this guy. Then he kills Chiaki. He does kill Chiaki, but that was only so they could actually break out of the game. So with that one, I can understand. Because he knew that there was like some type of traitor among them, and he had to take him down. No one make any Among Us jokes. I'm looking at you, Brian. Keep it to yourself. No Among Us jokes. I swear to God. But the difference between these two, Mikan killed her, and she didn't have to, right? She did not need to kill Chiaki, because her killing Chiaki caused all the bad shit that happened, right? All the God, what is it called? Like, it's something despair, like Descendants of Despair. I'm blanking on what it is. I know someone knows what I'm talking about in chat. But like, there was a whole group of them, and it was all of the of Danganronpa 2 characters, like that whole class. They were all like Descendants of Despair, something like that. I know I'm blanking on it. Is this kind of a sussy imposter? We don't talk about that. But him killing Chiaki wasn't the same, because he was actually trying to help everyone. She just did it, and I hate it. Oh God, it's the guy who likes to take shits. It's Nekomaru. Nekomaru is actually not too bad. He's kind of like Mondo, though. He likes to take shits. He has that like really, really badass like confrontation with Gundam and everything, and they willingly let themselves like have this fight because they knew it was the only way to save their friends. But in the anime, he doesn't do too much. I won't actually. No. I feel like it's actually not fair, because I just thought about his backstory. We're gonna move him up. He's gonna be in B tier. He's super chill. He is super chill. The reason I'm moving him up to B tier, I love his backstory. It's actually one of the better ones. His backstory on him being in the hospital, I forget what it was. I don't know if he had like cancer or something, but he had some type of illness. And then he met someone else in the hospital that also had that illness. And like that whole story about like the friend dying, or the person that he met dying, and then he got super, super fit, and he went ahead to go and train other students, where he was this this icon, I guess you can say, this idol for Akane, and he had the whole sacrifice thing. I actually do like Nekomaru. I actually do like him. I like him a lot more. I was thinking about putting him in C, but there's actually too many good qualities for him, and that backstory was actually really, really sad. It's actually something that I can also kind of relate to. Not specifically exactly like with Nekomaru, but it's very, very close. Very, very close. So for that reason, I actually do want to move him up to B. Peko, I mean, we gotta put her in A. We gotta put her in A. I'll put her. No, I had to put her right next to Fuyuhiko. I mean, you can't separate those two. Technically, Monokuma did it, but you can't separate those two. I mean, I've already kind of talked about Fuyuhiko and Peko a little bit. Peko, Fuyuhiko, their relationship, really, really great. I love those two together. It's such a heartwarming bond those two have. And she's also really, really badass. Her execution of her fighting all the different like soldiers, granted she was being controlled by Monokuma, which is actually really sad when you think about it, with her being a tool and her being utilized to fight the whole army and whatnot. It actually is kind of sad, but Solid A tier, really, really good character. I like Peckham. Rantaro. I wish we got more from you, buddy. I wish we got more from you. He is also really, really cool. I'm going to put him right below Kurumi. Solid B tier. I love his backstory. Such a cool guy. He always had this, like, this thing, like, this personality to him that, like, he was just so cool. You kind of wanted to hang around him. Like, I feel like if he was, like, an actual person, I would want to hang around this guy. He was just so cool, right? Like, someone said Nekomaru was chill. This guy's even more chill. Like, this guy's actually really, really cool. I love him. I wish we got to see more of him, though. His backstory is really, really good, and I really do like his whole aesthetic of the ultimate survivor and whatnot. I really do like that. I do wish we got more from him, so I should probably rank him a little bit lower, but I'm biased, and this is my list, so I'm putting him in B. You guys can hate me later. Ryoma, the most underrated character of all time. You're going to A tier. I love him so much. Ryoma is such a good character, dude. He's such a good character. Like, his whole story about him losing, like, his girlfriend and, like, the whole thing with him murdering someone. It was so good. It was so good. It was absolutely just so good. I really do love Ryoma, dude. I wish we got so much more with him. He was such a cool guy. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Nico B, but like his voice for Ryoma is hilarious. He is Short King, he is the Short King. And I'm not a king, but I am short. So I can't relate to him. Sakura. I mean, she has to go to A tier. She has to go A tier. She has to go in A tier. We're gonna put her right in front of Mahiro. She's a really good character. I'm actually Ryoma's ex-girlfriend. Are you crazy, Brian? You're his ex? I can't believe you. You broke up with the Short King? How could you? How could you? I can't believe that. I truly cannot believe that. But Sakura, great character. Love Sakura. Sakura is awesome. Her death also really, really sad. Her doing it for her friends, especially for Aoi. Her relationship with Aoi was great. Her backstory with the guy that she fell in love with, and her being the ultimate fighter and whatnot. Really, really cool. I love Sakura. I love Sakura. Now, if we're talking about Naruto, completely different. But Sakura is a really, really good character. I really do like her. She goes to A tier. I found a shorter king. Shuichi, I mean, look. He goes to S tier. He goes to S tier. He is literally the best MC out of all of them, in my opinion. The best MC. Really, really love this guy. Great character. I love his whole story about trying to find the truth, because that's the main thing about V3 that I loved. Instead of it being more of like despair and then hope, it's more of the truth and lies. And so having the main character be all about the truth, I think is really, really cool. Like his whole thing is finding the truth, even though he knows that it could result in something bad happening or it makes people upset, whatever the case might be. He knows that you have to always find the truth. And his bond with Kaede, so sweet. I love those two so much. Literally love them so much. Even though they only had one chapter together, it's great. I like him, but oh my gosh, boy, get some sun. Oh my god, dude, I love that. Ooh. It's the ultimate princess. She's going in B tier. She's gonna go right behind Naeki. She's a solid character. I don't hate her, right? Sonya is a solid character. She's not bad. She definitely gets overhated. I've talked about this on a couple of streams already. She gets overhated a lot. She does not deserve the hate that she gets. Now I get that I want more from her. I really do. I'm actually debating if I should put her below Nekomaru. I'm gonna put her above for now, but I can definitely understand some hate where she should have done more. But she doesn't do anything that makes me hate her. That's the thing, right? Some of these characters can get annoying after a while. You know, so some of these characters can definitely get a little annoying to me, or they're a little bit too much. Sonya doesn't have that. And that's the big difference for me with her and in these characters. So that's why she's in C or not C tier, or B tier. Okay, Tenko, I'm sorry, but you're also going in D tier. I feel bad for hating on Tenko because I know so many people like her, but she got so annoying so insanely fast. Like, and I also know like the only reason why she like talks about guys the way that she does, right? And she's like so disgusted is because of her master, right? I completely understand that, and she's super super gullible, but like it's so annoying. It got so annoying so quickly, and I personally do not care for her. I really don't. People can hate me for this, but I don't care for her. Her backstory wasn't enough for it to salvage it. I don't care. Like, I get it. The master was like the main culprit, but she's still acting the way that she does, and it's super annoying. It's literally against any guy that ever says anything that she doesn't like. It has nothing to do with them being bad. It's just the fact that she literally hates guys because of her master. It's super annoying. Then she's also very creepy around Himiko. I don't know if you guys ever like saw how she acts towards Himiko. It's actually a little bit creepy sometimes. Tenko was the only reason Himiko survived. That may be true, but she's still really, really weird. And I will say this, to be fair to you, Himiko, I do actually like her a lot more in that chapter than the previous ones. That was definitely her best chapter. In part 3, chapter 3 or part 3, whatever you want to call it, that was definitely the best version of that character. But personally, wasn't it for me. Just wasn't it. Teru. Also another character I really don't care for. He's not the worst though, but I just don't care for him. His execution is actually not that bad. I used to also hate his execution, but it's actually not nearly as bad. I do think he's just kind of whatever though. I'm pretty sure he was also trying to help take down the mastermind or a traitor or whatnot. Like I'm pretty sure he was actually trying to help, right? But he is indeed a pervert. Thank you, Himiko. He is a pervert. And that is the main reason he's down there in C. If he wasn't a pervert, he probably would be B, but he needs to be in C. Sayaka was a bit dumb, but she could have killed Chihiro or Makoto, but decided to go for the athlete instead. Yeah, she did. She did. I mean, I feel like she didn't want to kill Makoto. She wanted to use Makoto and get him killed after, through the trial, and in that way she would, escape after everyone's already dead. But I do agree, she was kind of dumb there. But Terra just overall, it's just whatever. Now, here's the thing: we got two Fukawas, right? We got this one, and then we got this one. Now, if we're talking about Genocider show, I mean, look. I'm a simple person. I'm a simple person, but she's awesome. I love Genocider show. She's so funny, and she murders people, right? The ultimate murderer, and she doesn't even care. She lets people know, right? She's great. I love Genocider show. Just a cool character. I love the backstory, which also is kind of tied to Fukawa. But Fukawa, when she's not Genocider show, she's just kind of whatever. I don't really care for her that much. She's probably just a C tier. Probably say like right there. Genocider, I cannot speak today. Genocider Jack is absolutely amazing. Ultra Despair Girls fixed her. Really did it though? Did it? I mean, she does have the bond with Makoto's sister, so I guess that does give her some points, right? So that saves her from being like any lower, right? Okay, you know what? You did remind me of that. She goes up 2. She goes up 2, but she'll probably be middle of C. Genocide Jack literally carries the entirety of Toko's character. I agree. 100% agree. If this was just all one character, I mean, I guess you could say it's all one character. I guess you could, but like, since there are two, I'm gonna put Genocide Jack up in A tier, her in C tier, which kind of brings them both to like B. Jill was very weird to Aoi. I mean, a lot of these characters are very weird to one another. I will be like 100% honest, but Jack is also literally insane. She is chaos, and part of that I like. She does definitely have her weird moments, which is also why she's not an S or why she's not top of A. But she is overall a good character. Okay, we can just talk about the worst character of all time, right? Let's just talk about the worst character in all of Danganronpa. Let's talk about her. What does she do? What does she do? Before we learn that she is the mastermind, what does she do? I want to know, because I don't think she does anything. So then when she's revealed to be the mastermind, I am not like intrigued. I'm not surprised. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like that's honestly what I felt when that happened. I really don't care for her. No, Hanji is the worst character. I mean, there is actually a character worse. You're right. You are right. There is a worst character. Don't worry. We'll get to them. You didn't fix that. Not the worst character, but second worst character. Worst female character. Terrible. She doesn't do anything. She's not a good mastermind. Not a good villain. She doesn't have a crazy cool backstory. There's really nothing about her. That's why my video on her is like 2 minutes long, because there's literally nothing about her character that is good. Now, let's talk about the best character in the anime. Let's do that real quick, okay? Let's talk about the best character in the anime. We're gonna put him B tier, okay? If we're talking about the game, he dies immediately, and there's really not too much to his backstory that really interests me, right? So already, he was like a C tier. But the anime allows this man, the ultimate imposter, to have a really, really cool like bond with the ultimate animator. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere over here. He's somewhere down here. We'll find him. But he is actually really, really cool. I actually love his bond with the ultimate animator. Really great character because of that. If it wasn't for that, he'd be in like C tier. Maybe even D tier, just because there's really not much about him. But because of his bond that he has with him, it's really, really good. It's really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. So for that reason, he goes to B tier. Okay, now this is the girlfriend, right? She ends up being the teacher in the anime. We're gonna kind of like rapid fire a lot of the anime characters, but she's not that bad, I guess. She is a little bit. I do love her bond with the students, so she's solid. She goes right behind Maki. Right, or right behind Naiki. She's a solid character. Solid character, not bad or anything. This guy, he doesn't do anything. So he's just gonna go bottom of C tier. He doesn't really do anything because he dies first. He's one of the first characters to ever die in the Despair arc, I'm pretty sure. So, there's really not much. I haven't watched the anime. Can someone explain? So, basically the whole point of, or the whole thing for this character, you have two separate arcs for the different for the like second anime, not the anime that we're reacting to, but the other one. One arc is focusing on like everything after Danganronpa 1. The other is explaining everything before. Now this character, I actually forget her name. She is a girlfriend to one of where's the guy this guy, right? The guy that looks like Yu Narukami from Persona 4. That's his girlfriend, okay? And she is the teacher of all of the not year 2, but all of Danganronpa 2 students. That's all you really need to know. And she has a really, really cool bond with them. That's what you really need to know. Now, there's a bunch of other characters that are all trying to pretty much help everyone. And this guy's whatever. Can you put you know who in F already? You guys want me to just put him in F? We can put him in F. We can put him in F. That's fine. Hold up. Let's just do it. Since we already know him, there we go. He's the worst character of all time, and nothing you guys say or do will change that. He's after. This guy, he doesn't really get to do much in the anime, so he's also just kind of a C tier. Like, he's a really cool designed character, but I wish there was a little bit more from him. He's about this guy, but really not much. This is Hajime when he gets all the ultimates, where he is literally the most broken character in the series. But overall, it's just kind of fine. He's not the worst, he is the worst. I'm sorry, Brian, he's the worst. But overall, Hajime, this version of Hajime is not too crazy. So I'll put him in B tier. Put him right there. We need to make a new tier for Haji. I also could not even, I might not even know who you guys are talking about, honestly. I actually might not know who you guys are talking about. Okay, this guy. I don't really remember this guy that much. There's really nothing about this guy that, like, interests me. He can also just go to C tier. He can also go to C tier. I don't remember this guy. I don't know if this is the guy that you guys are talking about. After Evil Hajime? That is true. He is After Evil Hajime. Oh, wait. These are, like, the assassin guards or whatever? I remember reading about this. And, like, they were, like, the bodyguards of the students. Right? Yeah. There's really nothing much about these guys. They can also just go C tier. He's a minor toucher? What? Put Haji in F already? I don't know who Haji is. Wait, which one? Which one's which? Chat, let me know. I actually do not know who you guys are talking about. Who's Haji? Hold up. I want to look this up now. Because I actually have no idea who you guys are talking about. Okay, hold up. I'm looking this up real quick. Oh, is it this character? Wait, he's a pedophile? Oh, okay, hold up. There we go, we fixed it. That's probably why I didn't remember him. Because I completely blocked that out. That's the character you guys are talking about? Yeah, that's pretty sus. It's pretty sus. That is pretty sus. I'm glad you guys reminded me of that, because I truly did not know about that until you guys said it. Okay, all is good. You put him in C. Yeah, don't worry, he's in F tier now. I completely forgot about that. Okay, we're gonna speed run through a lot of the anime characters though. Let's move this. Did that. You go there. Oh, this is just Chihiro's dad. So he's top of C by default. I already took a screenshot of him being in F tier or him being in C tier. Guess who's back? Back again. Hey, welcome back. We're almost done with the list. I'm trying to speed run some of these last characters. Okay, this is Aoi's brother. So he goes right next to Aoi. There we go. Ultimate Spy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't really do much, so he also just kind of goes here. There you go. Solid C tier. Who's next? Oh, this is the sister of Fuyuhiko, but she's like Sayonji, so she goes right there. Straight D. Then we got the best friend of Mahiru, which I didn't really care for in the anime. So she can also just go in C tier. Bottom of C. There we go. Speed run. We got Kirigiri's dad. But Kirigiri's dad didn't really do much. I do like his story, though. He's not too bad. We're going to put him right next to Chihiro's dad. There we go. Put him right there. We got the one guy who actually was like a half-decent character, besides the teacher. There we go. He's solid B tier. He actually was helping out, right? Like, he's the reason why they were able to get out the way that they did. If this guy was not here, most of our characters would have died. So, like this guy. Okay, now this fucking idiot, this guy almost destroyed everything. Because he was literally just about to rampage and kill everyone. I do like his friendship with these three, but he was also an idiot and he survives. Like, nothing happens to him, right? I mean, he quite literally shouldn't have. So he's just gonna go in C tier. This guy, the old man that also dies and was the reason for everything. This guy is just dumb. This guy is dumb. I don't really care for this guy. Like, his reasoning for everything was dumb. Like, in order to purge despair, his whole thought process was to just kill everyone. That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It was actually the dumbest plan. But he wanted the ultimate animator to, like, animate something and whatnot. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. You go there. Actually, no. You're worse. You're worse. You're better than Jinko, but you're worse. This guy's cool. This is the guy that actually is scouting all the ultimates. So he's the reason why we have all these different characters. Which could either be a really, really good thing or a really, really bad thing. But he's a solid C tier. Top of C. This character is actually, she's downright terrible. Okay, where do I start? Where do I start with her? She's so bad. She's so bad. She literally, like, hates on one of the nicest people over one mistake that wasn't even her fault. He has drip. I like him. He does have drip. I love that. He kind of reminds me of, like, Kisuke Urahara from Bleach. I really do like his drip. His drip is cool. I hate her. I hate her with a passion. And it's because this character right here is like the nicest character of all time. She's actually so nice. She starts to freak out because of everything that happened. And like she tries to murder people. But that's only because she is a terrible friend. She's a terrible friend. She literally forces her to make her food better. And then when something went wrong, she then blames her and not herself for not just being a better cook. I'm scared for Ruruka. He also saved Kyoko. He did save Kyoko. He did. This guy, he's kind of cool. He has throwing knives. That's kind of cool. He goes there. Makoto's sister. Makoto's sister. You go to C tier because you're Makoto's sister. There we go. This guy, I don't really care for. I really don't care for this guy. I really forget all about this guy. He can go. You go right there. Go right there. Ruruka and Red Boy love. I love Ruruka herself. No, Ruruka is a terrible person. She's a terrible friend. Terrible friend. And that's why she's going down there. Let's do the Ultimate Animator real quick. Ultimate Animator, solid character. You only really get to see him in the anime, I'm pretty sure. He's a solid character. We're gonna put him in B tier. I'm gonna put him a little bit lower though. He's gonna go right here. Solid character. I do like his ultimate. Okay, now we have all the kids. Now I know that all these kids all went through like something really, really tragic, and whatnot. But none of them were really, really cool. I didn't like them as villains. I will say this one is the best. So he's a tier above. Alright, he can be bottom of B tier. These characters are all C tier. All of them are C tier. I think you're better. You're kind of dumb. You go there. And then you are the worst thing imaginable. You go right there. There we go. All the little ultimate no's, yeah, all the little ultimate shitheads. That's where they go. Okay, now we got the Mono Cubs. The Mono Cubs. This guy died really, really quickly, and he didn't leave an impression. So he goes there. I actually really like Monodome. I think Monodome probably is the best of them, but it still goes to C. Wasn't she like 5? I don't know. Yeah, no. I know she has a very sad backstory and whatnot. That doesn't do it for me. I do hate her mother for what she was put through. The parents are definitely the worst, and they are just terrible parents. But that doesn't make me like them. Me personally, I still just did not care for these characters. I really just don't like Ultra Despair Girls. I'm sorry. Then we got this one, which you're probably the worst one, because you were absolutely disgusting. So you can go down here, right there, and you can go with her, because you two were fucking weird. This one, he wasn't that bad. He goes there. That's fine. This one, I actually don't know. I don't know why you're here. Monophony is whatever as well. I don't really care for her, but she's not the worst, so I guess you can go there. We got the other version of the ultimate moral compass. I don't really care for him though, so he can also just kind of go. He can go right. He can go right here, or right here. Yeah, that's fine. Himiko, what happened to her? Himiko's right here. She's up there. Okay. Now I know this is like the friend of she's the friend, or not she. He is the friend of Junko, like the childhood best friend and whatnot. He's not that bad. I don't hate him, but I don't love him either. So he can go right here, top of C tier. Okay, and we have the last two characters, the two final characters. Let's rank Monokuma. Monokuma, you're gonna go in A tier. You're just a solid villain. I know it's technically controlled by I know it's technically Junko, but Monokuma was great. We spent way more time with Monokuma, and I prefer Monokuma, right? Since it's also a different character, and we're gonna kind of count it as different characters, I like Monokuma. Really, really cool. And she had PTSD from someone said gentle. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that. I mean, I feel like all of them pretty much have PTSD from what they went through, right? But again, just because they had the tragic backstory doesn't mean everything. Just because they didn't really capitalize on it. It would have been one thing if they would have done more with those characters, and like that would have been something that they like focused on, like in terms of the character growth. But they don't really do that. So for me personally, I kind of can't rate them that high. I just know that they were going to commit suicide, which obviously is really, really sad. But it is not enough to make me be like, oh yeah, I love you as a character, you know? Just put Kokichi and Ass already. I mean, hey, you already know me. You already know me. Kokichi's the best character in Danganronpa, okay? I know it's very controversial. I know not everyone loves him. And I do want to make a video talking about him. But I do love him as a character. He has so many layers to him, right? Because you don't always know like how he feels about certain situations. Because he's always lying. So, like, some people might think, oh, no, he's just a terrible character. But in some cases, he's also a really, really good character. And he was trying to do the right thing and help people. And, like, I feel like because of those layers and there's so much depth to his character and whatnot, it just makes him way more interesting as a character. Plus, in that game, with you having Shuichi going for all the truth, and then you have him with the lies, and you have that one... that one trial where he's like, sure, I'm just gonna tell the truth, and it was what everyone hated. That line that he gives, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite lines from him, where he's literally like, the things you guys all ask for, a truth without any lies, is something that will live rent-free for the rest of my life, because it is so important to him as a character, where the whole reason he lies is because he knows how bad learning the truth really is. And I feel like that just makes him such a more interesting character. I can literally spend an entire hour talking about this guy, but you guys already know that I love this guy. If you guys really do enjoy the stream, obviously let me know. Give the stream a good old like. Also hit that sub button if you haven't already. let's just do a final lap, right? Let's just see, okay? Worst character, we don't talk about this guy. We hate this guy. These characters, all these characters just have something. Either they're not interesting, they're not really cool, or they just do something that I just truly hate. And they're just not likable characters. A lot of the C tier characters, a lot of these characters are either characters that don't do much, or there are characters that I wish we got more from. They're not necessarily characters that I hate, but there's really not much that I don't like. I'm trying to look to see if there's something, someone that I can move on. You know what? We can move Aoi up. We can move Aoi. Let's move Aoi up. Let's do that, right? We can move Aoi up, and then we can move this guy up. There we go. All right, and her. There we go. There's 5 people watching your stream. Hey, well, thanks for everyone who's watching the stream. B tier. I think everyone in B tier is solid. I don't think I'm gonna move anyone in B tier. I might move Himiko up a little bit in the B tier, but that's about it. I think everyone else is solid. I think everyone else, these are solid characters, really good characters. They're just not on the level of the S or A tier, at least in my opinion. Put Yasuhiro up. I'm sorry, man. Yasuhiro is gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there, Brian. He's gonna stay there. A tier, all solid characters. I love literally all of these characters. They're just not my all-time favorites, but they're all really good characters that I love. And then S tier, none of these guys are moving. Literally none. I'll move Gonta to the bottom of S, because I do like Kaito a little bit more. But literally all of these characters are just some of the best characters. Oh wait, you know what? I can move Kaide up. There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that. He's the reason Kokichi is alive. Who, Gonta? Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's still in S tier, but he's bottom of S tier. Look, I love my boy Gonta. Gonta's great. He's a great character. But Kaede is also going to move up because I really do love her character. Even though she doesn't have much screen time, the amount of screen time that they gave her, she used it to the fullest extent. And I love that. I love her bond with Shuichi. It's really great. I love Kaede, right? Yeah, and that's my top 5 characters in V3. Yeah, Kokichi, Maki, Kokichi, Shuichi, Maki, Kaito, Kaede. Yep. And then Gonta is honorable mention right there. So, yep. There is the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We met so many new people on the stream. It was one of our better streams yet. So to Evans, to everyone else, right? Help me. I saw him in earlier. We had Chad jump in here. We had Joshua who said hello and whatnot. And to anyone else that was tuning into the stream, quite literally, thank you guys for just tuning in. It was truly a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next stream tomorrow. We're going to be playing some Pokemon Unite, and then next week we're going to be doing a Pokemon Showdown stream, another Pokemon Unite stream, and then in between those, probably next week exactly, so next Saturday, we're going to be doing a tier list of Pokemon Generation 8 and 9, and we're going to be finishing up the Pokemon tier list. So, oh, what about Brian? Oh, no, don't worry. Literally everyone in the stream, Brian, Himiko, I don't want to miss anyone. Every single person that joined the stream, you guys are all amazing. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. And yeah, go ahead, smash the like button.